Yeah, Will's doing a great job athletically, picking up the offense and the defense both. And I think the best will come when he puts the pads on. I think that's when it'll get really exciting and fun. 280-plus guy playing fullback's going to bode well for us.
We've only seen him in an offensive uniform these last 2 practices. Is he also doing defense, or is it exclusively fullback at this point?
He's doing offense and defense equally, so rotating practices.
Why pick him out as a guy of all the defensive linemen? Was it athleticism that you saw that you thought he could make that transition?
Yes, and there's a few others too, but he's doing a very nice job, and just looking at him, evaluating him, seeing what his athletic skill set is, plus very physical, very smart player. We felt like that's something that he would excel at.
Is that something you did that a little bit last year with different guys, but with the roster limitations, do you really have to start thinking outside the box like that?
I think you can win on a couple different levels. That's one of them.
Were there any names that really stood out to you today or really impressed you today in today's practice?
There's a lot of guys that are doing very well, and a lot of guys are out here too. I mean, we were pretty much at full force today, minus 1 or 2 guys. So it was outstanding. That attendance has been that way all off season for us. It's and we've talked about it before, but just that's an exciting thing for us. Vernon Davis is having an outstanding off season every day, just getting better at route running. Every facet of the tight end position he's really excelling at right now. A lot has been talked about. A guy like Alex Smith not having the same coordinator, and what's that going to be like? The 2 years in a row. But that's also goes true for Vernon Davis, Michael Crabtree, and many other offensive players. Defensively, several guys are excelling on that side of the ball. And I think all those names. Parrish Cox is having a real good off season, real good addition for us, and quite a few others. We could stand here and talk for a while about that, but really pleased with the way our guys are working right now.
And what do you see with Parrish Cox?
That he can be a two-phase player. I think he'll contribute not only in the special teams, but he'll have a shot in our secondary, and it's a spot yet to be determined. In terms of where he'll contribute as the nickel, the corner, but he has the ability to do both of those. That's been good. T. Brown's having a real outstanding camp. I think our whole secondary is really performing very well. We've had a lot of passing work, a lot of throwing work has been the emphasis, and Culliver has really made strides. So is Brock. Brock is really playing fast, really playing confident, and his speed is showing more this year than we noticed last year. Just Dante Whitner, who you just talked to, has been very solid. Also, C.J. Spillman is making a real push and playing very well. So, secondary-wise, and then some of those others I mentioned stand out right now.
Jim, when we talked to Parrish last week about his conditioning, even though he's been out of football for a year, he said he kept himself in good shape. Did you see that too, or did he have rust that he knocked off his last couple of months?
Well, if he had rust or conditioning issues, it sure hasn't been noticed.
So with Alden last year, so much of his transition was just to be an outside linebacker. What have you seen out of him this offseason so far?
Been really good. That's somebody else who's really rising fast, doing a great job. Him and Justin Smith are working really well together in tandem there. And it's been same Alden that we saw last season and even better.
What does he have to do to take that next step? And he's had a great rookie year, but what does he have to do to continue to to develop as a player?
Just what he's doing. Every day he's working extremely hard. He's been very attentive in all these off-season sessions. I think he's pretty close to perfect attendance. I have to double check that, but not that we're keeping track. But he's doing a great job. He really is.
Will you get the 2 Stanford guys tomorrow?
Pardon?
Will you get the 2 Stanford guys tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I believe, is their last final, or it might be the 8th. And then the school ends over there on the 13th. So it really depends when their last final is.
Does Ricky Jones' role expand this year on that defensive front?
Well, Ricky's always had a expanded role. We view him as a starter, and so all the roles are yet to be completely determined. But his is solidly as a starter-like guy. Yeah.
But in which position do you see mostly?
That's a great thing about him. He can play both the end or the nose tackle position.
Do you plan to have the officials here around next week as well?
We do. Yeah, that's been real help for us. Something that we started late in the season last year, and we'll continue to do it.
And do you meet with them Do you meet with them every day?
We talk every day, but yeah, we don't need a daily meeting or anything. We go over the script, and they're very professional. A lot of the guys that do many of the Pac-10 games, so know them pretty well.
With that many people out there on the field like you had today, how do you focus on what you're looking for?
Well, a lot of it, I mean, at least half of it, we got to go back and look at the tape, because we have many of the periods are split to maximize the reps. So catch a lot of it on the field, catch a lot of it when we watch the tape.
Jim, there's a lot of already Super Bowl discussion around your team. Have you already started talking about complacency? I mean, you're getting a lot of love from the media, honeyed words of praise. Is it a concern you?
Well, our focus is on getting better every day, first and foremost. Can we be better today than we were yesterday, be better tomorrow than we were today, and also keeping an eye on getting our best 90 players to training camp. And then the other thing, very important thing, is our next game, which is the Green Bay Packers, and figuring out a way to win that one. So great expectations for today's meetings, tomorrow's practice, and that's where our mindset is.
Coach, Josh Johnson from your college days in San Diego. How's he been adjusting this offseason?
He's done good. Really believe that all 4 of the quarterbacks that we have on this team are NFL quarterbacks that'll play this game for a very long time, and it's been great for us. We don't have a rep where the quarterback doesn't have the talent to get the ball to a receiver, or doesn't know the offense, or is in training. That's really been a benefit to us this offseason. And Josh is doing well. So are all of our quarterbacks. They're all making really good progress.
He has such a nice.
It's been an exciting preseason, being able to watch all those guys play.
He has such a nice delivery, very smooth. I mean, was it like that since you saw him at Oakland Tech? Did you have to work on that at San Diego, or is it very natural for him?
Very natural for him. He's a natural thrower. A couple subtle things, but and find ourselves reminding him of those things from time to time. But he's a natural when it comes to throwing the ball.
Cam Johnson wasn't here.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what the reason is for that?
I do.
Can you share that?
Yeah, he had to get a procedure done, and it's nothing major, and kind of a clean out. So he'll be back for training camp, 100% full go. We felt it was better to do it now, and I think our doctors were right to do it. So I think this will benefit Cam, and he'll be able to put his best foot forward come training camp.
Is this something that hindered him last year at UVA?
That we don't know. This coach does not know that, but I think it was hindering him here early in the OTAs and the mini camps.
How about Bowman's absence? Is that anything significant as well?
No, nothing significant.